Hello everyone and welcome back to the Floating Continent in Final Fantasy III. In the last part, we killed off Dorga and Une, but we also have access to the final areas now. However, it's at this point that the best opportunity to do the last two side quests in the game is available to us. You might remember there were two things on this island that we saw that never quite got resolved. The first one being this giant shadow in the water. Let's go check out what's going on.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, I wish. Hello. Oh, okay, we're falling.
What?
Welcome to Lake Dull. This place, obviously being a lake, has a lot of underwater type monsters that are weak to lightning. However, its treasure is probably some of the most useless I've seen because it's almost all battle items. And as you know about battle items, they use a spell at level 1, basically, with 1 multiplier. They're not very useful. Sell them all. But we do have Plankte here. 840 HP, 3600 XP, 1700 gil, weak to thunder, can steal a potion. We'll use glare on you. I forget what their version does.
That's not good.
Confusion or paralysis is what I would guess.
Confusion is the worst status effect in the entire world.
Yeah. Unless you need it for a Mirage and Worlds of Final Fantasy, in which case it's very useful. I do believe, though, Lake Dull is one of those areas you can only ever access once. Once you leave, I think you can never come back in, but I'm not entirely sure about that in this game. Kenny?
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Sea lion?
Sea lions are existing. Sorry. They have 850 HP, 3800 XP, 1750 gil. And they're weak to thunder, like the name might suggest.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
shock
assuming,
the sea lion, though.
Yeah. I'm assuming you just spaced out there.
I got slightly lost in the recording, but I think I'm back.
Yeah, I believe you are too, because that one sea lion just died. And another one bites the dust.
And no one bites the dust, I have 2 dead.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay, good. We seem to be back. Refuge took 177 damage. Oh no!
For exact numbers, I'm at 234, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm at 241.
Yeah, we're even.
Good.
No, that hasn't happened in a while.
That hasn't happened in a while, actually. I think it's weird because I think it happened because for some reason Media Player likes to pause when I'm trying to go through the wiki.
Technology is weird. Best way to summarize it.
Blame it all on technology. Aegis Shield, Lamia's Thing, Gods, Wine, and Turtle Shells. Are Turtle Shells even worth using? Because you don't have a chemist in this game.
I think Turtle Shells cast, like, Wall on you or something. They're not worth using at all. You know what? I'm gonna look that up. FF3 Turtle Shell. The only one I know for a fact is worth using is the barrier. We got 4 in Dorga's house. You're gonna want those for something coming up. FF3 Turtle Shell. Turtle Shell. Final Fantasy Wiki. Final Fantasy 3 it casts Protect on you, so I guess that would be useful in comparison to some of the others at least. If
you mix a turtle shell and something else, you might get Mighty Guard. Oh! Protecting shell.
I would rather use Bacchus wine on people. Or wait, what was the mixture name in God's wine? I think in 5.
Dragon drink? No.
No, the one that berserks anything.
Oh, I do not know.
Using that on Atomos is hilarious. Either way, next up we got Remoras. 860 HP, 3800 XP, 1800 gil, weak to thunder, can steal a potion from you. You can steal a potion from them, rather. And that's about it. Just throw Bolt 2 or Bolt 3 at them, and they're dead.
They look really, really strange. They look like coral that are evil.
Evil sheep!
Silence of the Lambs.
Actually, it does remind me. I forget the name of the movie, and I'll probably post it on screen now. But I remember seeing a trailer for this one movie on some DVD that was like people being hunted down by sheep. Evil killer sheep.
I feel like I've seen that before.
I forget.
I've seen that kind of thing before, honestly.
I feel like it was when me and my first girlfriend watched 1408 together. I think that was it. Either way,
first girlfriend seems rather strange out of context, I must say.
Yeah. Here's Leviathan. That was the shadow we were seeing. Go ahead, Ken.
Okay, Leviathan has 7,000 HP, 5,000 XP, and 5,700 gil, and he uses Tsuanami, which is a devastating water attack. Now, I need to take a moment to tell you guys how buffed he is in the DS version. In the DS version, he has 32,000 HP, he gives you 20,000 experience points, and he gives you 17,100 gil, and he's weak to lightning. But he's not weak to anything in the NES version.
Yeah. You should really be careful of his tidal wave ability, though, because that does about 2,000 damage, depending on you. 2,000 to 2,500, rather, depending on your level, I would say. And that can be kind of lethal given my current HP. Thankfully, I don't think I'll give him a chance to really do it. But as a summon, he can be kind of useful. His white magic summoning is, I think, Demon Eye, which is instant death if successful. His black summoning deals wind elemental damage to every enemy. And
white magic is insta-death?
Yeah, and his summon effects, his number one is his tidal wave attack, which is water elemental damage to all enemies. Pretty useful, all things considered, but there's more useful things. Well, now we got that mystery resolved. That was easy.
What's the second mystery? Aw.
You might remember that we had a certain dragon encounter back when we were first on the continent, and we never kind of resolved that.
Oh yeah, because he was like, fight. But I'll go
and we were
with
like, nope. So let's go and take care of that. Bahamut is not on the mountain anymore, though. He's actually back in his own lair. And finding that can be a bit tricky, because it's on a landlocked cave that you can only access with the Invincible. It's why I did this. In fact, you can only access either of these with the Invincible. And
I think it's pretty interesting for the simple fact that he, essentially you were his children to him, and then you left, and then I would imagine this being, imagine this, since he showed mercy before, and now he's not going to show any mercy. He's like, my children, you ran away! Prepare to face judgment and stuff.
Well, less so that he saw us as his children, but he tried to feed us to his children. Either way, we have two new enemies here, Pterosaurs, which have 880 HP, 3800 XP, 1950 gil, can steal a potion, and that's about it.
And the grenades have 870 HP, 3800 XP, 1900 gil. They're not weak to anything.
One thing I will say about the layer of Bahamut is it is potentially the best place to grind in the game, because enemies give a decent amount of experience points, the encounter rate's pretty high, and since it's such a fairly short area, finding a place to use something that can heal you or go back to the inn and the Invincible is very easy to do. I have an area I prefer to go to later on, but that's a lot more dangerous.
The Cave of Bahamut for me is worse in 4.
Yeah, the Lair of the Father.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I hate that place. Though it's very predictable if you start to realize what's going on there.
That's true. Alright.
Next enemy is the Greater Boros. 890 XP, 3800 XP, 2000 gil. Can steal a potion from them. That's about it, I think. Yeah. I believe, though, they were given a stoning ability in the 3D version, so watch out for that.
Stoning. All snakes with heads, with human heads, have killer stone abilities.
Based on the fact that you started to speak, I'm assuming we might have an enemy note out of order or something.
I did,
well.
actually. So.
That happens. Also, we got another golem staff there. I already have 2 of those on ref because I found another one earlier on that you probably saw the footage of. But the golem staves are still probably the best staves in the game, so make sure you have some of those on standby.
They're better than the golem's flute in 9. Our next enemy is the Liger S. It's called the Sabertooth Liger in the DS version, or the 3D version rather. 900 HP, 3800 XP, and 2100 gil. Not too threatening, so it seems.
Yeah, though their faces creep me the hell out.
That's true. It's fun fact that in 5 you can run into saber-tooth tiger ligers, saber-tooth lions, I think, or like bandersnatches or something, and you can get really good experience early on in the game, but it's suicide.
Yeah,
it's super hard.
In fact, that describes most of 5 if you're not prepared for it. God,
that
5
is
is
very
hard.
true. That is very true.
Also, I recommend healing up because once you step in front of that staircase, you are forced into the boss battle.
The voice of Bahamut.
It's time for us to finally fight that big old Durgan.
I'm
Where
an
are
ice
you?
dragon. Oh!
Oh, hi.
Whoa! He's literally flying right at you.
First off, I'm gonna say right now, first turn, use the barriers on as many characters as you can. We got 4 of them in Dorga's house. That'll cast Reflect on them for 1 turn. That'll reflect his only attack back at him because he still has Mega Flare. Sadly, not everyone's gonna get a turn off in the first round, but that means I just have 2 rounds of reflected stuff going back
At
at
least
him.
it's not like Final Fantasy for the after years where you can't reflect his
Or DS. Ugh, 4DS. Bahamut has 7,500 HP, 2,800 XP, 3,500 gil, weak to wind, and I think he just died. No, that was Mega Flare. Same effect. Mega Flare is his only attack, though, so you can actually do pretty well against him, all things considered.
How much did you say he had? HP?
7,500.
Ah, not a lot.
And 3D, 34,000.
Woo!
Kind of an upgrade. Arrow is pretty effective on him, but honestly, just going all out like this is the best way to go. And as a summon, he's actually one of the better ones. In fact, I think he is the best one in the game. His white summoning is haste on the entire party. His black summoning is an instant kill to one enemy. And his summon effect is Mega Flare, which deals high amounts of non-elemental damage to all enemies.
Quad 9s, maybe.
Not
hopefully.
quite quad 9s. I'd say more around 5,000 or 6,000. Quad
That's
9s
still pretty
requires
darn good.
a lot of damage.
That's pretty good.
I would agree.
Also, it's worth saying that Lunith took 990 damage exactly.
Yeah. But with that, we have every summon that we can really get. The problem is, now I need to do some stuff. First off, I have to walk back to the cave since you exited it technically to get to the boss fight. I have to walk all the way back through it. And I have to do some shopping for reasons. What I'm going to be doing is buying a lot of magic. I'm going to be buying Cure over in Canaan, Cure 4 on the Invincible, Shiva and Ifrit at the Dorga village, 2 of each, 1 for Ark, 1 for Ingus, 1 for Refia. Cure 2, Exit, Cure 3, and Haste at Dorga for Ingus. I'm going to give Refia's Mini to Ingus, and I'm dropping Ingus's Fires 1 and 2, Ice's 1 and 2, Bolt 1 and 2, and Warp, as they basically have no use from here on out. So now, their magic is pretty much almost the exact same. You'll find out why I'm doing this later on.
I just figured out the name of Ingus's class that I'm familiar with. It's called the Magus.
Yes, there you go. And also, I recommend you get the Shuriken out of storage, as well as an extra white robe. And Ingus is going to have the Ice and Flame Rods from now on.
Anyways, next enemy is the Iron Claw, 920 HP, 3,800 XP, 2,300 gil, and that's it, really.
For being recolors with the Death Claws, I don't think they even split.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
The Iron Claw in 5 is so much worse.
Yeah. Especially if you're getting the blue magic spell from it.
Whoo! I remember that. Never again.
I hate that time limit. I hate that boss fight because it's on a time limit. I hate bosses with timers.
And you're even outside the castle. Like, really?
Shockwave, I suppose.
You have to just leave the castle. Like, you need to be 1 sprite away from the castle, and then boom, you're alive.
Also, obviously, we're back in the Ancient's Labyrinth where we got the job classes last part, because now we're going to basically head off to the final area.
Which has an amazing theme, by the way.
Yeah, well, I say we're sort of heading off to the final area. There's 2 parts left of the game. Those are the final area. We're technically doing the last real side thing.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, it's weird. Either way...
Thanatos. I have Thanatos for some reason. Why am I doing 2 enemies in a row? I have no idea.
Wow, things are out of order.
2,200 HP, 2,800 XP, and 2,500 gil. And that's it. They can use Break 2 on you, so watch out.
Yeah, Break 2 really sucks.
You alright there? You don't sound very happy.
Yeah, distracted by something, sorry.
No.
The Ancient's Labyrinth is actually a pretty dangerous area, because obviously it's the last real step before the final area, and there's also just a lot of damaging enemies in here. Like the Greater Demon. 2,250 HP, 3,800 XP, 2,400 gil, conceal a potion from them, and that's about it.
I thought you were waiting for me to say something, and I was like, I don't have anything, boy.
Yeah, I don't know why it's out of order, it's weird. Notable, this guy can actually summon things. I think they can summon Iron Claws, and I think in the NES version they can summon clones of Une.
Ooh, gross.
I don't know what their stats are. In fact, you know what? I'll get that up. The clones of Une have 1500 HP, 72 XP, 50 gil. Very, very weak.
So there's the Magus, the Devout, and then there's one more class that I recall. There's one more class
that I recall. Because you may notice.
I know what it is. I know exactly what it is, but I'm just really excited because it's one of my favorite ones to use.
Yeah, because as anyone may have noticed, when we got the final job classes from the crystal, there were still 2 spaces at the bottom. Keep that in mind for later.
I don't know what the last one is. I just know what one of them is.
Also, in this place, you're going to be finding a lot of crystal equipment. That's basically the best armor in the game, especially for Lunith. Knight classes in particular. Feasibly, I can get another set of it later on for Arc, but I never do that just because the Genji equipment is more than fine enough.
Genji is really interesting because do we ever learn exactly who or what Genji is?
No, I think it's just supposed to be I think if I recall, it's just from like Japanese mythology. I think. I'm not exactly sure myself. I remember that Gilgamesh uses it, but I'm not big on mythology. At least not their mythology. I know a good amount of Greek and Roman, but that's just because it was forced into my head in school.
Fair enough.
That's actually one thing I wish. That's always one thing I actually did wish, like, history classes and such went into in, like, middle school, is that they went into, like, more out there mythologies, like Norse or Japanese, because those are very interesting mythologies.
Final Fantasy VII has a lot of Norse mythology in it.
Oh, yeah. So does, honestly, the entire series is kind of full of it to an extent, but it's very scattered.
Nothing will compare to Final Fantasy Tactics and just the Jesus connections.
Yeah. Either way, there we got 2 very interesting things. We got the Break Sword and the Break Rod, which are basically the exact same thing as the Golem Staff. They partially petrify an enemy. Oh, no, it's the Ultimate Rod, sorry. And those are very good to have because now their physical attacks are going to be that much more lethal. You gonna say something?
I was gonna say, was it the Ultimate Weapon? Ultima Weapon? But no.
Ultima Weapon is not in the original game. That is a DS exclusive side quest.
RIP.
I always did find it interesting how they kind of, out of all the names they could have brought from 7 as like the big
god,
thing.
King Behemoth! 3,000 HP, 3,800 EXP, and 2,700 gil. They probably counterattack.
I think the counterattacking wasn't until 4.
Though, Behemoths.
Yeah, not a fan of the enemy type, though they look really cool. That's always one thing I always found interesting about the series, is that of all the names they could have brought back as a weapon name from 7 into like remakes and such, they always chose Ultima/Ultimate Weapon. Which, I'll admit, straightforward name, it's the Ultimate Weapon. But it also seems just kind of lazy. Like, I would like to see them bring back more like the God Hand or Death Penalty.
I suppose.
Missing Score, though, that can stay there, because that's a really stupid name.
I don't know. I personally like the name Calibalg for Tidus, so...
Oh, the Calibalg is awesome.
I don't know. Some things are just iconic, like Excalibur.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Gilgamesh can use that in Worlds of Final Fantasy.
Oh, I haven't seen what Chibi Gilgamesh looks like.
He has an attack, I think it's called Mightiest Sword, where basically both Excalibur...
Does it do 1 damage?
No, it's a random thing. It can either use Excalibur or Excalibur. And Excalibur does 1. Excalibur, well, that does a lot. Not instant kill, but enough.
The Snapchats you sent me of the different characters, I was like so happy when you sent me the one of Celis. I was like,
Baby Vivi.
Baby Vivi. Oh, the voice though.
Phil and for those who don't know, Vivi is voiced by the lady who voiced Phil and Lil and Rugrats in Worlds of Final Fantasy, and that is such a perfect casting. Like seriously, that's almost exactly how I imagined him sounding. A little less crackly, but I think that lady's also fairly up there in age.
That's fair.
I think. I don't know, honestly. And then we get a Holy Spear. That could be useful. You have a Dragoon.
Hellclaw. Never gonna use that.
Yeah, no. If you still have the claw from the ancients, dungeon, ancient area, I suppose. That could be useful, but not me. And I recommend saving because this is the last real place you can save in the game, by the way. And now we enter the Sylx Tower. Now, the Sylx Tower is interesting in that there's two ways you can go. You can head through this door right in front of us to head to the land of Eureka that we were told to go to, or you can head around it and head to the north to access the actual Sylx Tower part of the dungeon. However, you're intended to go to Eureka first, so we're doing that. There's an invisible wall in front of us. Use the Eureka key.
Gross.
And now our access is made.
So what's the deal with the Sylx key then? Is that for going around?
Yeah. Welcome to Eureka, my actual favorite song in the game. And this place is pretty lengthy and has a lot of enemies to it, so be prepared for some stuff. Did I skip an enemy?
No, I don't have an enemy up yet.
I think I completely missed talking over the Bone Dragon. Oh boy. First off, Abais have 990 HP, 4000 XP, 3000 gil, can steal a potion from them. That's about it, I think.
We haven't run into Bone Dragon yet.
We didn't? Okay, then why are things out of order? This is weird. This is very weird. Something happened when I was getting these enemy notes up with these tabs.
Thank you, Wiki.
No, I think that was actually entirely on my end.
Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah. Actually, that does remind me. Kenny and I were actually laughing because remember how his computer exploded during Part 8. Part 8 was a bit of a tricky part to begin with because it wouldn't send to him properly on Mediafire, and we don't know why.
Sleipnir, why are we fighting Odin's horse? Don't ask me. Ask the master of Final Fantasy over here. 1000 HP, 4000 XP, 3100 gil,
and they have Blind, Ice 2, Toad, and Venom.
Yeah.
They drop high potions.
Even though I don't use it against them just because I'm going an all-out offensive, there are two enemies in this area in Eureka that you want the mute spell for. It's the entire reason I basically got it at the start of the game. And that's Sleipnir there, and an enemy we'll be seeing later called a Hauka. Also, this place is basically the best treasure haul in the game aside from the final area. So you'll be getting a lot of good stuff, but also still a lot of battle items. Why are they giving us battle items? They're useless. Calm down, Kyle.
Why couldn't they have better battle use items, though?
I don't know, because some games actually do that. Like Worlds of Final Fantasy, to bring that up again, has like 3 levels of elemental inflicting items.
I know that 4 does that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And to their credit, I think this game has those too, but they're a bit different. Like, I think the bomb right arm there we just got uses for Raga instead of fire, but still at such a low level, it's not really worth it. And in here we got a ribbon! And a ninja. 5500 HP, 4600 XP, 4800 gil. Can use blind on you, it's about it.
Ninjas. It's always ninjas.
You know what? I think I know what happened. I think either we completely missed me fighting the Bone Dragon, or I accidentally edited it out.
Oh.
Just in case it's the former, I'll go over the stats, because I know I fought one. 2500 HP, 3800 XP, 2600 gil, weak to fire and holy, can steal a potion. It goes down really easily. I don't know what happened there. That's weird.
So I'm assuming it looks like the Lunosaurus from 4, probably.
No, it looks like the zombie dragon we fought back in the undersea cavern.
Ah.
Basically a white recolor of that, actually. Either we got a ribbon, and that's going on Refu, because it's just good for them.
Prevent status effects.
And I just put the feather cap back on. And I realized it, too. Oh yeah, that's actually something I entirely forgot to mention. I'm mentioning way too late now. When you do the class ups with Refia and Angus, put the feathered hats on them. That's the reason I got them. You know, I probably said that in the call.
This is a really interesting place. This is a really interesting, like, second to final area.
It's entirely optional, too.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't need to come here. It's recommended you do because the enemy difficulty curve makes more sense. And for the stuff you get here, but...
Is there a boss at the end?
There is a bit of a boss gauntlet here, actually. In a concept that would later be used in Final Fantasy IV. Because Dorga mentioned it, there are a ton of ancient weapons sealed here in Eureka that are going to be useful in our
I already know where you're going with this.
And as we'll see, every weapon is kind of guarded.
That brings literally nightmares of the moon.
Yeah.
Haukas! 1010 HP, 4000 XP, 3200 gil. They're not weak to anything, and you can steal a potion from them, and they use thunder.
Yeah, and that's not like the spell Thunder. That's basically like the lightning elemental Blaze. And that sucks, and it really hurts, so use Mute against them. I don't, because I'm still going all out against them, and plus Toad is really good as a shaman. In fact, that's the best thing about the increased intelligence and skill levels with a Warlock and Shaman. The instant death spells are so much more accurate.
If only it was that way in 9, because I hardly ever hit with the death spell.
Yeah. To be fair, it depends on the game, really, where what's useful happens. That was a way to say that.
Every time I hear that, I keep on hearing, you just got pwned FTW. I don't know why.
Rental floss. You just got pwned FTW. Now you're dead because we killed you.
We took you by surprise.
Got more shurikens.
Oh my god. That's beautiful. Fuma Shuriken.
It's probably my favorite rental floss song for some reason. And over there is the first of the several ancient weapons of Eureka, even though they don't really have a term.
Full
It's a
Moon
full moon chakram, and it's guarded by Amon.
Hold on. Let me conference in.
Hey guys, I'm totally in for taking out Bolin. He's way too powerful and awesome.
Bolin was voiced by Steve Bloom.
Also, recolor of Hein much?
Yeah. 7,040 HP, 4,200 XP, 3,450 gil. His weaknesses still vary because he still, I think, has the exact same barrier change ability. It's just the fact that we're much more powerful now. And otherwise, I think he can just use Flame, the Blaze attack. So it's kind of easy. And as for the Full Moon Chakram, let me get that up, actually. But that's a pretty powerful weapon. It's actually going to be going on Arc after this battle.
On Arc? He's a Mystic Knight, though.
Yeah, he can still equip it, though.
Huh.
Yeah, talk, Kenny. I'm going to find this. It's going to take a bit.
I don't know. I mean, I can't really speak much about this because I haven't played. I haven't played 4, or I haven't played 3. But I have played All the Bravest, which is interesting. And what I really like is that it does have, I think it does have Amon in it, that or it's Heinz, but I love how it, in the 3 section, it had all this stuff, because it actually opened me up to this. And you get the Full Moon Chakram from that, which is basically a boomerang, but super strong.
Yeah, 110 attack, and I think you can attack with him in the back row. He's not going to the back row because I need the 2 tanks up in front, but that's pretty useful.
Do you ever reach 255 attack?
The max is beyond 250.
Ah. Oh, just like 6, where the max is like 510 or something. Regardless, next enemy is Acheron. 1020 HP, 4000 XP, and 3300 gil. And I don't think they drop anything. Nope, they don't.
Yeah, pretty basic enemy, honestly.
Funny how you can call something this late in the game basic. Because usually late game enemies all have some kind of gimmick, and I immediately think of Rithmeralder or whatever, that one goblin that uses Libra on himself.
Yeah, oh, the trickster.
Is that what he's called? Yeah.
Yeah, in the original Super Nintendo version. I hate that guy. I fell for that.
No, I just attack him because I just physically attacked him and I was like, oh, he's not retaliating. Good.
Yeah. And next boss is the Kunoichi. 9,000 HP, 4,800 XP, 5,000 gil. You can steal a potion and will use Mind Blast on you, which inflicts paralysis on the party, which really sucks, especially in 6. Physical attacks and black magic's the best way to go. Same usual strategy. Haste up the physicals. Best magics with your other people.
Mind Blast. Oh!
Yeah, that sucks. I still think in 6 it is worse, though. Especially because I think there's one attack where if you have Mind Blast on you, it'll instant kill you, I think it is.
Yes, there is an enemy that does that.
Yeah, I hate that.
Don't remember which one it is.
If I recall in FF6 Advance, the Kaiser Dragon uses that on you.
2, I have yet to do the Dragon's Den.
It's not fun. I apologize if I went quiet there for a second. Someone walked into my room. I had to talk to them. Kunoichi, though, very basic. At least the strategy is Mind Blast. It can be very threatening. It's just the fact that I'm outpacing her in damage. Paralysis, I think, goes away after a certain amount of time, too.
Cross. Is that... What even is that? Does it, like, decrease your attack?
I don't know.
Because I know, like, in
her,
5, something does it.
We get
it's
the
like
Masamune.
Ultimate Dark Sword of the game.
Yep. FF3, I think it has 132 attack and adds 10 to your agility.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's great.
At least it... Well, I wish it comboed more. You could do more hits with it like you can in 12.
Dark Swords are... If I recall, Dark Swords the way to go against Yasmat in 12.
Yeah. I know the Masamune, like, the way I do it is I have someone with lure in reverse
Just running around trying to bait him out. And then I have my two highest strength attackers with on Berserk and Haste, using 2 Masamunes and a Genji Glove and a Cameo Belt. So...
Either way, it's time for us to get the Sword in the Stone.
Sword in the Stone, the Excalibur, probably. It's 12,000 HP, 5,000 XP, and 5,200 gil. You get both money and a good sword from the general.
Yeah, this general, actually, if I recall, is just almost as hard as the generals in Final Fantasy II in terms of how he should fight you, but the same strategy applies. Haste up your physicals, best spells, you're good.
Oh my god. I looked at my next enemy, and I saw his FF3 sprite, and I started, like, crying a little bit.
I think I know why. General, though, not really annoying. There are harder fights. But the Excalibur that we're going to get for beating him is a pretty good sword. I think, in terms of the original game, I think it's the 3rd or 4th strongest. The Excalibur has +5 to every stat and 137 attack, if I recall.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good. +5 in all stats. I
Pretty
know
cool.
of something that does that in Fire Emblem. It's called the Uber Spear.
Or randomizer.
Fair enough. God, I'm so excited to be going through that right now. Holy crap, 21 hit.
Yeah, haste really works in this game. I don't know what the max amount of hits is. I would assume 99, but by that point you're basically doing that. By that point you're probably doing 30. You're doing quad 9s anyway. And Excalibur is really good, and it's going on Lunith, probably replacing the Defender.
Really? Why not the Break Blade?
Because the Break Blade's more powerful than the Defender.
Huh. That doesn't seem right. Seem is a key word there.
Yeah. And when you're first playing, you might think we're done, but we're not.
This enemy is super weird. It's Oceanos. It has 1030 HP, 4200 XP, 3400 gil, and it does not drop anything. That sprite is so weird.
It looks so derpy.
Wah!
It looks like it's gonna... you know what it is? It looks like it'd be that one kid in the lunchroom who, is like, hey guys, wanna check out my tarantula collection?
Oh my god, yes! I totally see that.
Because we all know that one kid that was just like a really good kid, but kind of off the wall, kind of weird. Yeah, we had ours, and he was a real sweetheart, honestly.
Aw.
But when you're playing along, you might think that you're done here because you got the Excalibur, but there's still one more thing to do. You might remember in Final Fantasy IV, there was things you could walk over bridges. This game did it first. Or walk over invisible bridges. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's really stupid design.
I'm just glad you can't fall.
Yeah.
Or can you?
No. But going through here, we're on the final floor of Eureka. And there are 2 more weapons for us to get. We're going for the one on the right first. Which, by the way, that was me healing. This is Ragnarok being guarded by the Guardian. 12,000 HP, 5,400 XP, 5,600 gil, can steal a potion, can use Cure 2, Quake, and Wall. This thing is actually really annoying, and if I recall, in the DS version, he can also confuse you. Best way to go about it is still the same strategy, though. Haste up your melees, most powerful black magic, and Refia can do whatever.
At least he's not blocked by a dark Bahamut.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, that's about it, really. At least he's not invincible like the Sylx Guardian. At least the first time you fight it.
The Sylx Guard. Oh, no, he's invincible all times, isn't he? Oh no, he's not.
Yeah,
in Kefka's Tower.
Yeah.
Kefka's Tower.
But in terms of Ragnarok, it's the sword above the Excalibur. 140 attack, plus 5 points to all stats.
I wonder if it's possible to hack to cheat to kill the Guardian.
It probably is, but either the game would probably crash or events would progress as normal.
Yeah.
The Guardian can actually be pretty annoying though, because he actually does have some pretty good physical attacks on his side.
For some reason, it looks like one of the Guardians at the Still Shrine of Miriam in 12.
Huh, yeah. But honestly, the strategy I use just really kind of breaks the game, even though we can still take some pretty decent damage. But now it's time for us to go get the thing on the left, which is a bit more of an interesting thing, because when we go to the thing on the left, there's a weapon for us there, yes, but beating that boss gets us more than just the weapon.
Oh.
Let's talk to it. For beating this, we shall get the jobs of Ninja and Sage. We'll go over that in a moment. Go ahead, Ken.
Okay, Ninja was the one I didn't know. It's Sage I was talking about. All right, Skilla has 10,000 HP, 5,200 XP, and 5,400 gil, and he doesn't drop anything, except for the weapons, of course.
First off, let's go over the things in order. The Elder Staff we're going to get for beating it, which is the weapon that was on the screen, is, I think, the best staff in the game. 85 attack, 6 mine. I think it'll cast Cura when used as an item. That's going on Ingus after this. But as for the two job classes we're going to get, the Ninja is the best offensive class in the game. Can use any weapon, including the shurikens, which is basically all you need. And the Sage is the reason I did all that magic buying and put like some good white magic onto Ingus, because it can use any spell in the game. And I think whenever it summons, it automatically uses the summon effect instead of the white or black magic effects.
Good. Sage is really good because in All the Bravest, it uses Meteor, which is automatic quad 9s.
Yeah. You're not going to see me changing into those classes on screen. I'm going to start the next part of those classes, but here is the final floor of Eureka.
Healing.
And there's no enemies here. There's just a healing pool, I think a revivification pool, for chests and shops. These shops have the best things in the game, namely the best spells and the best weapons. Let's talk to them. Flare, Death, Meteor, White Wind, Life 2, basically level 8. Flare is actually pretty good if you want to get it. I'm not. I'm basically getting 2 Life 2s, one for each character, and another Bahamut to...
You're buying 4 Bahamut spells?
No, another Bahamut just so that both of the sages have one.
Oh, I thought
But
I saw
there's also
4
a
boys.
hidden switch up there that leads to the weapon shop. Sorry, that was the summon shop over there. This has both the crystal equipment and shurikens. Needless to say, I'm buying a shitload of shurikens. This is why you need a lot of money. And in between parts, I'm going to be doing some level grinding anyway, so I'm going to be buying a lot of shurikens more. I want to get around, I think 60 was the number I set for myself.
Did you?
Oh, wait,
I don't know.
I'm grinding to level 60. 58 to 60 is my goal for the end game. Here they are, their new classes. I forgot about this section entirely, so let's just equip everything with everyone. Their equipment's basically the same, and I'm now dribbling all over my feet. If you don't want to do all the grinding I'm going to be doing, because that's a good 13 levels, you're good at these levels if you're playing along. Mid to late 40s is all you need.
I love the way the Sage looks in this game.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, now this was me basically giving me time to explain that I'm gonna do that grinding and such. I'm gonna be buying a lot more shurikens with the money I get from that. And beginning in part 11, we are finally gonna be tackling the Sylx Tower and heading off towards endgame.
Yes.
Thanks you guys for watching, and see you guys then.
Bye-bye.